Everyone, this is Lena with Especially Made for Me. So glad you're joining me, and thank you for joining me. Just a little bit of a delay. Was having some trouble getting everything started and some glitches already, so sorry for being a little bit behind schedule. Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay. Please do let me know via comments if any issues or any freezing going on or anything of the sort. I want to make sure that you can hear me. While you're here, please do give thumbs up if you're enjoying the moment, enjoying the tutorial, or just having a laugh with me as we work on projects and learn new things and share tips with you, or just for the fun that we'll be having. Thumbs up. Do share the link of the tutorial with your friends, family, in social media or through email, however you like to share it. That helps out my the numbers for our YouTube channel, and the thumbs up helps also. So please do that. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as you know, I normally get started right away, so that's what we're going to do if you've joined me before. So we're going to be doing that. I may be moving a little bit slow today, in case you noticed that, and want to make sure I explain that. We are going to be doing a centerpiece for Christmas using florals, and I actually hurt my back the other day, so I've been moving very slowly and can't twist or anything. So if you watch my tutorials before, when it comes to florals, I normally use the skillet behind me. So today I will not be doing that, because that would have to be, of course, switching over and sideways and all of that. So I'm going to be a little bit more stiff today. I'm going to try to, I do have a chair that twists, but I'll be very slow with things as I try to reach things that I know I'm going to need. So bear with me. If any questions at all as we go through what we're working on, please let me know, and I will go ahead and answer the questions as we go. If you watch this as a replay later on, do leave the questions, any questions or comments on, and I do check them periodically, and I should be able to answer you in a timely manner, Lord willing. But I do check those, so do let me know if any questions, or if you just want to make a comment as to something you saw or anything of the sort. Just let me know via comments. If you're comfortable with it, whether you're watching me now live or later on as a replay, let me know your first name, where you're watching from, if you're comfortable with that. I like to know how, where people are joining me from, and I know we'll probably with a delay today, we may have lost a few that may have been normally joining us already, since I didn't have any way of communicating while we were having the glitches this evening. So again, I apologize for that. Hopefully you'll be able to still join here in a little bit. So I mentioned we're going to be working on a centerpiece. So the centerpiece that we're working on is for Christmas, and we'll be using this beautiful snowman. So we're making a snowman centerpiece today. So I have pretty much everything right in front of me. I usually try to spread it to the side and everywhere. So we'll see how we're going to work it. Just trying to figure out a way to be able to do the tutorial and not have to move too much. Ow, because of my back. So oh, thank you. Hi, Monica. I'm actually better than I was the other day when it happened. So it's progress. So I'm sure as the time progresses, it'll get better. I just have to be careful not to move too fast or do any kind of, twisting and things like that, so I won't make it any worse. So I'm going to go ahead and change the view of the camera. As I mentioned, we probably won't be doing the gluing today. I did charge my glue gun. I know you may have already seen me putting the battery on, but I'm thinking just for time, for timing, and for, my back issues at the moment, we may just go ahead and straight on put everything on our centerpiece, and then I could go back and glue it later. But I'm going to go ahead and change the view so you can see the top view and see everything I have on top of my work table. Let's see if I can do this with the chair. Okay. Trying to make us some room here. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the view, as I've said I think 3 different times. Spanglish might kick in. So here we go. So these are the materials I'm planning on using for our wonderful centerpiece for Christmas. So we have these that we're going to be using to build some of the height, and it's got actually some bling on it. Let me see if I can hold it up. I don't know if you can see that with the camera. I was hoping the bird's eye view camera will catch some of that bling, but from what I can see on my view, it's not catching it all that well. Then we have these white berries. They're covered in white, and it also has some bling on it, so we're going to be using some of these as well. Okay, we have these picks. They're berry sprays, and it's got some little pine cones on it, so we'll be using some pretties, and these I like. Let's see, we have a few of these that we're going to be using. Some we're going to be using the whole entire pick without dividing it up, and some we're going to be cutting it up, so because we like being different. And then there's this one, which is very different. It's got the nuts on it. Let's see, what do they call this one? Well, just walnuts. So frosted cedar, walnuts, and berries is what it's called. So it's got the walnuts on there. Ow. There they go. But we also have some berries, so I thought that one was very cute. We have a few of those, and I kind of broke apart some other picks that we have, so we'll see how we'll go. We'll just go with it. They're a little bit messy. Then we also have a whole bunch of these. Let's see. Let's take them out of the bag. That also have the walnuts and the pine cones. So we're going to be using these to, for coverage. And I thought these were very cute and all would go well together, because let me show you the snowman. Move these things out of the way here. Okay, so the snowman actually has the same things right on his hat. So that's how we're going to tie it all in together. And then it's got the ribbon, which is why, reaching, why we're going to be using this ribbon as a highlight for a bow. Let's see if I can put that there better. Okay. So here we go. We'll get started. So I had this vase, however you like to call it, for quite a bit. It's square, and I thought it would be neat. I got a couple of those last year, because you can use them either way. You could attach things here and then go out this way, or you could put it inside and go out the other way if you want to have the height of it, which is what we're going to be doing today. So we'll have to cut our styrofoam, but I want to show you with these. It's got like little, I guess, want to call them like little tabbies, prongs, I don't know. So it'll help the foam to stay in there, but of course you could also use some glue. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to measure just by lining it up and cutting. Just so I know what I have to cut. And then we'll see where we're at. And I just lost my cut. There it is. And normally we can pop these once we cut it a little bit. Just not wanting to. There we go. how are we doing out there? What kind of projects we have going? As I make a mess. Okay, so I'm not burying it all the way in because I do want some of the height. And I want to be able to take it out later so I can do the glue part, since I'm not going to be doing much of that today. Okay, so my thought is to have this on one of the corners. And then we can play with the ribbon because it's very, very long and it's wired. So we can do lots of different things with it. I think he's so cute. I love Snowman. Does anybody else like Snowman? I know we, for the most part, we may lead more towards Santa Claus for Christmas. I guess some. But I just absolutely love Snowman. I always veer more towards Snowman than I do towards Santa Claus. But I'm sure there's lots of different preferences out there. So what I'm doing, in case you haven't watched any of my videos with florals, I actually use the remainder of the picks for when I need to attach something. So that's what I'm working on. You too? Let's see, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it through here because it's all felt. Okay, plan B. I wanted to also share, where are they at? The, for florals, a lot of us creatives use those floral pins. And I wanted to give you another idea in case you can't find them, or with nowadays prices increasing and that sort of thing. In case you do use them or would like to use them or can't find them or they're too expensive, there is another option. Normally we have the ornament hooks, and they come very inexpensively in packs of at least 100. Talking about these things, so we would normally put our ornaments on the tree. You can barely see it because it's silver. But these can also be used the same way. You just gotta shape them just like you would for make it look like a staple, like so, and it'll still penetrate and go onto your floral styrofoam, so you can still hold your florals on it. You can barely see it with its silver. I like the silver ones for that reason, because you really can't see them. So that is another option where you could save a little bit. I always like trying to share a little bit of a tip on saving or doing something different. That's definitely an option. Or if you're out of floral wire and you need wire for attaching something, you could definitely use those too. So I am going to have to figure a different way of attaching this. So at the end I'll reattach it and just have it sit here until I can actually make the little hole, because I don't want to take too long. But the idea is to have them sitting a little bit higher and have the head on top. So this will work at the end of it. So I'll do that at the end of our centerpiece so we can see where I'm going with that. out. They're just ready. So here is my thought. Where is me? Not the nutty one. Okay, here we go. So my thought is to have our snowman on one corner and then arrange the rest of the centerpiece. But I want something behind the snowman to kind of have, like he's got a branch behind him, because I'm thinking of what if we're looking at it from the other side where we're only going to be seeing the back of his head. So that's where I want to actually attach something, so there'll be something facing that way. So that's going to be my, but when you see me attaching that in that direction, you'll know the why. And I want one without the nuts. I want one of the others. Ooh, even that movement is kind of troublesome. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see, how high do we need it? Okay, this one's a little bit thicker, but we'll get there if my back lets me. I'm just opening them up a bit because I want them to spread out just a little. And these are going to be our fillers throughout. Hopefully you can see that I'm putting it in as at an angle because I want it to come out this way. So there that is. That's going to be on the opposite side of the snowman, on the back side rather. And then on the opposite side is where I want to use some of these to build the height. And this is the item that was third place on the voting a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when we had the voting going on. I'm going to tear the paper off. For these thick ones, if you tear the paper off, you'll be able to take the individual stems and use them individually. But you could definitely put the whole thing in, depending on the height that you want. This will be kind of a little bit higher, I think. I'll try to put it in and see if it might work. I think it might be a little too high. Oh no, that'll work. Haha, that'll save us some time. And I'm thinking now that I see it, I want it on this end. And then we can do some more fillers. Was kind of thinking in my head that this was more oblong, so I was trying to kind of build some height on the other side of it, but I don't think that's gonna work. So adapt and overcome. We can do this. Start cutting some of these and put them to the side. And we may or may not need the moss. I always like having it handy, depending on our fillers. We may or may not need to use it. Just like having it handy, because you just never know. You see that from the top, yes. So Christmas will be here sooner than we know it, huh? Time is just flying this year. Not that it doesn't always fly, but for some reason, to me, it seems like it's going a little bit faster. It's like it's already the end of September. So again, since I'm using the full picks here, I'm just kind of spreading it out a little bit more. And now that we have the height, I'm going to start doing some shorter ones. And I'm getting that warning sign, so hopefully everything will be okay. I don't know. I'm hoping they'll take care of that soon. Okay, so as I go, I'm going to start adding some of our fillers. And I'm just twisting them so they'll vary. I'm going to turn it over this way. So that way we can have them mixed with the pine cones and the walnuts. So depending on what's next to it, I'm kind of switching it. So we won't have them right next to each other, but still being able to fill the area. turn this over so I can make sure I fill in this other side. It comes in handy to, if you can, to get the bag of the picks when you do a big centerpiece. And I'll turn it here in a moment so that you can see how it's looking so far. I know with the angle, probably not seeing it as well unless you can see it on the corner view. Which if that look is actually better, if you like, that's preferable right now because of what we're working on, let me know and I'll just change the view back the other way. Let me turn it. Okay, this is how it's looking thus far. Just doing the fillers around the edges. And I think I'm going to stop there while we put the rest of the picks in. Missing one, I think. I thought I had another one of the just the hollies and the pine cones. It looks like I have more of the pine cones, the walnuts, than I have anything else. I think I got this one. Ah, good. Glad you like it. And just opening up our pick. I have to put our snowman in the front. Hello there. Thank you. Glad you like it. a little messy, but it works. And all I'm doing on the inside, let me turn it this way because I've been showing you the outside. Just doing fillers and alternating our whites and our blingy. We have the white berries on one side, and then we have our blingy. I don't know if you can, I still don't see the blinging. Hopefully you can see the blinging because it's got plenty of glitter. I got a mess going on over here. But once we have our inside, the inner side covered, because we already have the outside on one side, on two of the sides, and then our snowman goes in one corner. So I'm just working on building up the height and adding the extra fillers. This one will be a lot shorter, so it'll be right behind the snowman. To the side and make sure I don't cover up his spot. Okay. Ow. Looking good. Almost there, y'all. Won't take much. But that snowman does take a lot of room. I don't think I'm gonna need that anymore. I don't know if I want that there. Let me just go ahead and do the snowman. I think I like these more as the filler. And we may not need the ribbon putting the snowman this way, because he's got plenty of ribbon left over. So I'm not sure when you joined. I did ask earlier if there's anyone out there working on any specific projects for Christmas. If you're okay with sharing what you're working on. Now the ribbon on this snowman is really wired. It's a very thick ribbon, so you can pretty much position it however you want to. I kind of wish I could prop him a little bit more. We'll see. I might end up cutting these ribbons, and you'll see here in a minute, because they're kind of long, but that's just the way it came. I'm going to cut it down to size, but let me turn them over, see if we can do this. Oh, sorry. Lifting and my back are not getting along. So there he is. See, this ribbon is what we can cut down a little bit more. That's just the way he came. So there's our centerpiece, and we have the height behind him and to the sides. Then I'm going to turn it over the other way. You could probably see him better on the other side. Let me do that once I cut this ribbon. So I don't want it too long, and I might just do another loop and work an extra bow or something. Change the view of the camera. Okay, here we go. Fall and Halloween. Oh, hey, that works. That's still around the corner too. Okay, so here it is from the front. Oops, kind of sideways here, trying to make sure I turn him, and then there's all the way around. And we can turn his head a little bit more so it'll be more centered to the back. But that's the centerpiece. That was quick and easy. Turn it back around again this way, so you can see it all the way around. So let's see if we can switch him around. Trying to view it on the camera. Turn him a little bit. There we go. Now it makes a little bit more sense with having all that in the background. How's that for a quick and easy centerpiece? Didn't even get to use the moss. Nor all of our supplies. It does make a mess though when you have all the glitter and all the frosted stuff. It's pretty messy, but it does look, gives it a different look. And I might even add more of the white stuff in the background, because the back, let me turn it back around. You can't see as much of the white on the background, so I'm going to add some of the white on the back. But other than that, I think we're ready to roll. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm hoping it'll continue to get better. It's definitely have gotten better in the last couple of days. Okay, I think I do like it better with more white on the back. And we can still see some of that greenery. Let me turn it back over so we can see. Kind of ties it in together. Because it's supposed to be snow with a snowman. Aww. Glad you love it. think he's wanting to go to sleep on me. I think I might need to tie him up some more so he'll be more stiff. Right now we can move him anywhere we want to. Alrighty. Well, if no questions, I know this one was a quickie. We'll leave it at that. Thank you all for joining. Don't forget to do thumbs up. That does help the algorithm for the channel. If you do that for each tutorial, each video. And do share with your friends and family so they can maybe do the same. Hopefully they'll see something they'll like and they'll maybe want to work on one of the projects. Supplies are listed underneath on the description as well. So I went ahead and listed that for you. And then just let me know if you do work on something similar or this gave you an idea and you work on a project. Share some pictures with me. Go ahead and tag us. Thanks, Monica. Yeah, time goes by pretty fast. But hey, as long as we have it on our list, we can get it done, Miss Hyla. We can get it. Might not be like right when we think we could get it done, but we can still get it done. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, ma'am. Do it for all of the seasons. All the seasons, all the holidays. Even if we just do one or two, we can get it done. Alrighty, y'all. Well, enjoy Friday. It's Friday night. Get some rest. Keep creating. Do share with us. Tag us. Just do the # and especially made for me. And we'll be tagged on it. Whichever social media you tag it on, I'll be able to pull it up and see it. Just so I can see what you're working on and what ideas you got from watching the crazy things we do. Oh, and our Spanish word for today, which you probably already know since we're working on a Christmas item, I thought we can learn Christmas, which is Navidad. So Navidad, it's Navidad. So that is Christmas in Spanish. Navidad. I'm going to wait just a little bit because I know there's a little bit of a delay with the streaming and I don't want to cut anybody off. So thank you, Monica. Thank you, Hyla. Glad you were able to join us. Until next time, have a good night. Keep creating. Be safe. Stay liquid. Bye-bye.